and start my class. We'll be sitting down. After I welcome everyone in and thank them for joining me today for this session. Once everybody's comfortable, I like to start with a faded tone mindfulness activity. So it gives everybody just a minute to find their seat, head to the ceiling, and sits bones comfortable. I'm on a bolster because my hips are tight. And I bring the singing bowl and we just listen for that tone to fade out. When you no longer hear the tone, please place your right hand over your heart. Begin to notice your breath. Begin to notice how your chest lifts and settles with each breath. Let's mindfully take 3 deep breaths. You can have your eyes closed if you're comfortable, or find something to look at. Inhale. Pause and hold. And exhale. Beautiful. Let's do a few more on your own. Deep breaths. Beautiful. On your next exhale, bring your arms down, roll your shoulders back and down. 3 or 4 times, just opening up that heart center. Beautiful. Let's inhale, lengthen, stretch, and reach to the sky. Hands come together. Exhale, hands at heart center, bowing the head if you choose. Inhale, lengthen, stretch, and reach. Exhale, bow your head. If you wish, inhale one more time. And as you settle on the exhale with hands at heart center, let's set our intention for the class. Today we're going to be doing a lot of asanas that will help us to develop better concentration, improve our memory. So we're working on cognition today, thinking of your brain being a computer. And our brain is really in charge of all of our body, and it has so much to do with everything. So today we're just going to take some time to work on some poses that really help us be the sharpest and most clever that we can be, but also in a relaxed mind. Just taking a couple of breaths here to think about how your brain acts like your computer for your body, for your being. And now stretch and reach one more time, and then we're going to actually go over to the left, reaching through the side body. Inhale up, over to the right, lengthen, stretch, and reach. Nice job. Hands in a wide V as you come up. Let's do a first spinal twist. So the right hand will go on the left knee, left hand will come down behind the body to support it. Lengthen, grow taller in your spine, and as you exhale, deepen your twist. Inhale, grow taller. Exhale, go deeper. Maybe one more time. Growing taller and going deeper. Beautiful. On your next exhale, let's come back through center, arms in a wide V. Inhale here, exhale, twist to the right. About 3 or 4 breaths now, just on your own. And when you're ready, you're gonna come back through center. Let's work that neck a little bit. That neck is so important because it holds our computer. It's that stand for the computer, right? So we're gonna bring the right ear to the right shoulder. Mindfully notice how this left side is lengthening. Feels amazing. Exhale, up and over the other way. Good, coming up, now we are going to repeat that. If you want to, if it pleases you, you're going to add a little more leverage. So my right hand is gonna go above on my head, above my ear. And the left hand can stay on the knee. It can go out like an airplane, or it can go behind the back. So I encourage you to try all those positions to know what feels the best for you and then go there. Exhale up and over the other way. Again, that right hand has a choice. And if you don't want any more leverage, you don't need to. I think it feels good, so that's what I'm going to do. Just noticing. Exhale, come back to center. Chin to the chest. Take a moment here to really feel how the neck is lengthening on the sides. The chest collapses a little bit. Exhale up and the back of the head to the back of the neck. So you're really opening your throat here. Your jaw will come away a little bit. Your lower jaw will release. Exhale forward. Inhale up, exhale back. Good, bring your head to center. Let's try to do slow nose with your head without moving your torso. So that can be a little bit of a challenge. We're just gonna try to move our neck to the left. And then to the right, nice and easy. Okay, that was a little bit of mindfulness. Let's try it again. Let's go a little bit deeper in our twist, but we're leaving our hands on our knees this time. Trying to step nice and tall and to the right. Let's try it one more time and go even deeper in your twist, if you can. Find the edge, play that edge between effort and ease, right? Good, and coming back to center, now we're going to do some head rolls. So we're gonna bring our chin to our chest. We're always going to inhale on when we're forward, and then we're gonna bring it around, going to the left first. Exhale as you get to the back, and then come back around. At your own pace, you're maybe 3 or 4, and you don't have to worry about how fast somebody else is going. You're just noticing this for yourself. So we're really supporting the neck right now, and we're getting out any tension, stress. Pause in the middle, and we have to do the same amount on the other side. So we're even, we try to be as even as possible, or at least work our bodies as evenly as possible. So we come as close to symmetrically aligned as we can. We're probably always going to have a side that's stronger or more flexible, and that's perfectly normal. But we are trying to be as symmetrical as we possibly can. When you get background, bringing your head back up. Beautiful job. Okay, so we're really gonna start to get into our warm-up now. I'm going to come off my bolster. Inhaling up, exhaling right from here. We're just gonna stay in a seated forward fold, reaching forward. Doesn't matter how far you go, there's no judgment. Just accept and notice where you can feel this in your body. Coming up, bringing the hands around, let's switch the position of the feet so that we can try that again and notice if you notice any difference. And now stretching to reach, and then hinging at the hips, forward fold. Excellent job. Let's come onto those hands and knees. Woo, cat-cow. So first we want to start with cow, because in cow, we are opening that heart center, and here's our inhale. Our belly drops down to the floor, our high knee pushes back. We open that heart center up, feels amazing. Exhale, tucking the toes under, arching the back like a mad cat, squeezing the abs, tucking the hips under, pushing the shoulders away from the ears, and splaying the fingers out wide. Okay, now let's try a few more. You can go at your own pace here if you'd like to pick up the pace, or if you'd like to keep it slow. Sometimes when you go really slow, you're mindfully trying to just move one vertebrae at a time. So that's something to try once in a while. But every class, I encourage you to try new things, to play around in your poses, then you're going to know what feels good to you. Always listening to your body. Excellent. Coming back to a neutral spine, we're going to lift the left leg and float the right hand up. So I call this one balancing cat. Beautiful. Reach, reach, reach. If you're able, and if you want to, you can try to reach around and grab that foot. Say you can't reach around and grab that foot. You can still bend the knee and reach backwards here. Or put the hand down and bend the knee so you can feel that what it feels like in that thigh. Lots of choices. Then maybe even push the thigh bone up. And then really feel that stretch. It feels amazing. Exhale, floating it back and down. Other side. Lifting up, floating the hand up. Reach, 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 reach. Ooh, feels good. Grabbing that foot. Inhale, or if you can't reach it, remember you're just reaching back to open up the shoulder. Exhale, pushing up, opening the chest. Nicely done. Let's try a child's pose. Knees come apart, feet together, and resting in child's pose. Give your brain a break. It does a lot of work. Sometimes it needs a rest. If this is uncomfortable and you'd rather stack your hands, forehead on top of your hands, or bringing the hands down with the palms up. Just resting and noticing what feels good. Coming back onto all fours, our first downward facing dog. Tucking the toes under and pushing back with the hips. Fingers are splayed wide. Head is looking at the feet. You're really pushing those hips backwards. You're pulling the shoulders away from your ears. Don't worry if your feet don't touch the floor. I like to bring my feet together. So you can try that. I like my feet to come together, or they can be hip distance. Whatever feels good to you. Breathe. Notice that you still have plenty of room in this inversion to breathe, to expand, to make the air really come in. Sigh it out if that feels good. And when you're ready, we're going to walk the feet to the hands, hang out in forward fold. Just noticing the back starting to release, the head becoming heavy. Breathe. If you can't reach the floor, you can be supporting yourself with your hands on your shins or on your thighs, on a block if you have them. Good, bend the knees. Slowly roll up, one vertebrae at a time. Shoulders back, open up the heart center. Excellent. So we had started by talking about the brain as a computer. That's going to be our focus today. So really we're going to work through some poses that are excellent for cognition, for memory, for anything that really can improve this amazing organ that we have that's guiding our every move, okay? So we're going to start with some of the easier ones, and then we're going to get to our challenge pose at the end. So we were just in forward fold, right? And we're gonna do Padahastasana, Padahastasana, which is standing on your hands forward fold. So some of you know that when I teach children, I will cuten it up a little bit, and we sometimes call this the no handstand, because we're standing on our hands, we're not really in a handstand. So we're gonna start by hinging at the hips. Inhale, up. Exhale, let's do a swan dive. Let's hinge at the hips, lead with your heart until you get to that forward fold. You're going to tuck your fingers back towards your feet, and the palms are facing up, okay? And then we're gonna try to place our toes on top and just rest here. Breathe. Now, if you wanna make this even more challenging, bend the arms and pull the elbows out to the sides. Woo. Breathe, you can really feel this. Rest and breathe, coming up. Roll up slowly, one vertebrae at a time. We're gonna do this again. Why is Padahastasana good for the brain? Okay, because it invigorates the nervous system and it brings more blood to your brain when you're inverted like that. And so anytime you're having more oxygen and more blood going to any part of the body, it fires it up, right? It helps it to improve its functioning. So we're gonna try this again. Inhale, lengthen and reach, stretch up. So we're growing taller through the side body. Exhale. We're gonna swan dive forward, lead to the heart. Okay, no handstand. So standing on the hands, elbows go out. Breathe. And notice. Then when you're ready, you're gonna step off. Let's sweep into a chair pose. In chair pose, you have several options. You can have your hands reaching up, which is the way you mostly see it. Hands can be forward, they can be out. So I really want you to play in your poses and feel what feels good to you. Make sure that your weight is in your heels and you should be able to pick up your toes. You don't have to have your knees together, they can be apart. So you need to be able to experience yoga the way that it feels good to you, right? Everybody's body is different. And this is your practice. Exhale. Samasthihi, pose of stillness. Just recognize, check in with your breath, how you're feeling. Okay, let's see, what do I want to do next? We're gonna make our way down to the floor soon. We're just gonna do a couple more things. Standing, and then we're gonna make our way down to the floor. Let's sweep back up into chair. Now this time we're gonna go from chair to Padahastasana. So we're bending forward, tucking our hands underneath our toes. We can stay there, or we can intensify it by bending the elbows out to the side. When we're ready, we're gonna step off of that. This time, hands on the hips, flat back. With your core body, tighten your core, squeeze your bandhas and come up into that mountain pose. Again, mountain pose. I like to separate my feet in mountain pose. Let's see if you can push all four corners of your feet into your mat. So your four corners are right here. You're mindfully pushing them in, you're opening the chest, and you're letting that head have the sensation of floating up to the ceiling. Beautiful. Okay, let's mindfully make our way down to the floor. So we're just going to cross one foot over the other. Hands at heart center if you dare. Or you can put them out to the sides to break your fall if you need to do that. And so let's make our way down. Oh, not bad, good job. Okay, next pose we're going to work on is going to be plow pose. So we are going to work on plow pose. Let's see. Now, plow pose also calms the nervous system and it reduces stress and fatigue. So whenever you're not feeling stressed, your brain works better, right? So this is why it helps with our cognition. All right, to get into plow pose, we are going to rock back slowly, one vertebrae at a time. We're gonna bring the legs up. And then a lot of times I like to go to shoulder stand first. So inhale, exhale, pop yourself in the shoulder stand, squeeze, exhale, bring the feet behind you. Don't worry about if they don't touch the floor, that's okay. Be careful of your neck, breathe. Try to straighten your legs if you can. Use your hands for grounding. Breathing. This feels amazing. As we come up, we're gonna hold the shoulder stand again. So we're gonna hand to the hips. Up, breathe. Point your toes. Up there, okay. Excellent. Let's rock ourselves back down into Dandasana, staff pose. So in staff pose, our hands come by our hips, opening the chest, pushing down. Inhale, stretch and reach. Exhale, forward fold from here. Now this is looking very similar to our forward fold that we're standing on our feet, right? We're just seated pretty much now. We're not on our hands though. Breathe. So this is also another inversion. Good for getting that brain working. Okay. We're gonna repeat that whole thing. Inhale, stretch and reach. Exhale, forward fold. We're coming back to that shoulder stand. Up, 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 up. Breathe. Exhale down. Into that plow. Back to shoulder stand. And exhale. Woo. Back into our easy seat. We're going to take a few breaths. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. And one more time. You can go into Shavasana, final relaxation, or you can choose to stay in your easy seat for this meditation. Take a few deep breaths. At the beginning of class, we talked about how our brains are like the computer. And you know, if you have too many programs on that computer open at once, too many things happening, and a computer can also get targeted with viruses. Things start to shut down and it starts to be so fast. It stops to start working as well as you want it to because there's too much going on all at the same time. So because our brains are computers, this is why meditation is so important. For the next few minutes, we're just going to sit and breathe and notice. Trying to relax the mind and body. When the meditation is over, you'll hear a chime. Thank you so much for joining me today. Let's close our class like we always do. Hands together. May I know my truth. May I see my truth. May I speak my truth. May I feel my truth. Namaste.